Don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't look at her. Nuh-uh. You know what happens if you do? You'll turn into stone. At least that's what they say about the Medusa. I'm just kidding. Today we're going to be taking a look at the newest RDTA on the block. This still happens to be the shortest that I've ever seen, and this is the Medusa by GeekVape. First things first, we got to go over some specs just to give you guys a better idea what this thing's all about. Okay, she comes in two different color options, black, as you guys can see, or stainless steel. She's a 25mm tank, or RDTA. She's only 31.5mm in length. For those of you guys who do not know what an RDTA is, rebuildable dripping tank atomizer. That's what it stands for, okay? It holds 2.8 mils of juice. So it's got a 2.8 mil reservoir that sits at the bottom. And then at the top, okay, kind of floating is your deck section, which has got a velocity style deck. So for those of you guys who love your velocity style decks, you are going to love this, man. Airflow, goodness gracious. The airflow is smooth as a waxed ass. I think even the airflow hoggers are going to like it. Here it is wide open. Just going to take a primer puff for you. I mean, you get plenty of airflow. You can also close it off. Another good thing about this, you're going to see all this in the close-ups. It's got a middle section that you can lock off so it doesn't pop off. So you can just pop off the top if you want, and you can paint your juice on there, pop it back on there, adjust your airflow with ease. It is a little bit loose, the top cap. GeekVape, if you're watching this, O-rings could be a little bit fatter. It could be just a little bit more restrictive, but it's not a big deal. I mean, it doesn't like, fall off by any means. Look at that. It's not falling off. The drip tip is made of Ultim, and it's a shorty drip tip / 510 drip tip adapter. So you can use the shorty drip tip just as a regular drip tip if you want, and it is nice and comfortable, or you can use your standard 510 drip tips, like I said, / 510 drip tip adapter. So I got this OBS Engine RTA 510 drip tip, just pop that on there like so, and boom, it actually fits perfect. Another cool touch of this RDTA on the base, on the outside, it's got snake-like Medusa style engravings, which I think it goes with the theme. Another thing I really like about it, when it locks the middle section, it just locks it from popping off. It doesn't lock it from turning, so I can turn it, but the reason why that GeekVape allows you to do that is so you have more adjustable airflow options. So if you want to close off the airflow like a quarter of the way open or halfway open, you can do that and still have those slots right in front of each coil. Pretty freaking cool. So I got this Medusa sitting on the AL85 by Smock. Love this mod. Guys, if you missed my full review on this thing, I'll post a link down in the description. This is like the Mighty Mouse of mods, and it just packs a punch. All 25mm devices are going to look good on this AL85 by Smock. But yeah, I'm vaping her 80 watts, and the build I have in this Medusa is a 0.2 ohm dual 24 gauge A1 space, just your standard space build. I got the airflow wide open. Here we go. Smooth airflow, great flavor. So now what I've done is I've closed off the airflow, one slot open on each side, and I find that one slot open on each side is my preferred, and the flavor just jumps. I'm going to keep her at 80 watts, and like I said before, another beauty to this device is I can still turn the middle section if I want. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn it to where it lines up with both the coils. Yeah, both the coils on each side. Here we go. 80 watts, it actually is just a little bit too warm for me with the one slot open on each side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock her down to 70. Let's do 72.5. Yes, that is my speed. This device, man, it's a winner. It is definitely a winner. Now, there are some things that I think would make this thing better. GeekVape, I'm talking to you. One of them is the Ultim drip tip. Make it to where the threads are stainless steel. If you do that, I think it'll be awesome, because since the threads are plastic, it still could strip. Okay, that's just my opinion. Two, the O-rings on the top cap, they're just a little bit too loose. They need to be more durable. They need to be a little bit more fatter. The restrictiveness needs to be just a little bit tighter. I like how it's loose because it makes it easy to turn the adjustable airflow, but when this thing gets juiced up, I mean, look at that. And it just comes off. It comes off a little bit too easy, but again, this doesn't fall off. It's not falling off. It's not that bad. It's just something to point out. Now, another thing that I found with this device, this may be a con to some of you guys depending on how you vape, but if you're the type of vapor you just want to blip, you just drip from the top, this isn't for you. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you right now, because if you over drip, one, you're going to get massive gurgle. Two, it could potentially leak out of the airflow slots the way that I've been using it, okay? What I do is I take the middle section off and I fill it up. 2.8 mils of juice, pop it back on there, pop the top cap on there, and I could get 20 to 25 hits on average, guys. Now, if I get lazy, I'll take the top cap off and I'll just start painting my juice on there like a dripper, okay? Like a Kennedy RDA, like the Watofo Lush Plus, all these bottom airflow RDAs. That's how I'll treat it. Again, I want to point this out. If you're the type of vapor, you don't want to have to fill this up and you just want to drip from the top, it just doesn't work that way. But it does work well if you want to paint the juice on there. You just got to be gentle with it like your bottom airflow devices. Here is the packaging my Medusa RDTA came in. And inside that packaging, you will receive your MEDUSA RDTA. Comes with a bag of extra goodies, a tri-tool, extra O-rings, and 4 extra hex screws. And last but not least, a MEDUSA RDTA user manual. Now, a few specs for you. This MEDUSA RDTA comes in 2 different color options. You could choose black or stainless steel. I've got the black version. Actually, they sent me 2, and this one I'm going to be giving away. But, okay, she's primarily made of stainless steel. She's 25mm in width, and she's 31.5mm in height. And at the top of this device, you have an Ultim Shorty style drip tip, which also acts as a standard 510 drip tip adapter, and it is threaded. And in there, you got your threads. See that? But yeah, you can use your standard 510 drip tips. Let me show you. And here's the standard 510 drip tip that comes with the OBS engine. Another standard 510 drip tip. And at the top of this device, you have your airflow ring / top cap. In the middle, you have your barrel. And look at that. You have the arrow lined up with the locking symbol. And right now, it's not coming off. The middle barrel is not coming off. But I could pull this top cap / adjustable airflow ring off pretty much with ease. Paint my juice on there if I want. Pop it back on there. Oh yeah, look at that. When that arrow is lined up with the locking symbol, it's going to automatically line up the airflow slots with where the coils are going to be, right in the center. That's the beauty of it. And another thing that's really cool is you could turn this sucker like this, a quarter of a way, right before the unlock, and it still stays locked. Turn a quarter of a way on this side, it still stays locked. It's not going anywhere, and I like that because it allows me to be able to adjust the airflow if I want to close it off. Let me show you. So I'm going to line it up to where the arrow's right in front of the locking symbol, okay? Pop this sucker back on there. Oh yeah, here's the top cap again. You got your single O-ring. Inside there, you got your conical shape, which in my opinion enhances the flavor and also makes the airflow that much more smooth. You got one slot, one airflow slot on one side, one airflow slot on the other. Line that sucker up, and then you can adjust your airflow. I grab a hold of this barrel, and then I can adjust. I can close her off. I can close her off. I can close her off. Close her off more if I want. Open her back up. But again, you could turn this middle barrel this way, it stays locked, and if I want, I can customize where my airflow hits what side of the coil is what I'm saying. So you can do that, adjust it like that if you want. You can turn it all the way on this side to where it's still locked. Do the same thing, adjust it, close it off. Hit the other side of each coil. I mean, the sky's the limit as far as airflow straight to the coil. But yeah, back to this middle barrel. See how the arrow is lined up with the locking symbol? Now, if I turn it all the way to where it says unlocked, I line up the arrow with the unlocking switch, it just comes off. You got your single O-ring. You got one notch on one side. See that? One notch on the other. See that? Here's the inside. The way I do it is I just pop this middle section on there and I feel for it. And when I feel a click, just like that, I press it in. Or you can just line up the arrow with the unlock switch and then turn it to where it goes to lock. Boom. It's not coming off. But yeah, back to the deck section. Like I said, velocity style post holds big old builds. You got your side mounts hex screws on each side. And below that, you got your reservoir. Holds 2.8 mils of juice. Exactly 2.8 mils. A Market 3? No. 2.8 mils, but that's plenty, guys. Here's the MEDUSA RDTA that I've been vaping on. Just a standard A1 24 gauge space build. It's not the prettiest build, but you know what? It gets the job done. And like I said, 20 to 25 pulls that I'm getting off this thing average. It's empty right now, but if I want to go vape on it, I just pull the middle section off. I fill it up, pop the middle section back on there. Hi-yeah, and there she is. And I never, I'm going to repeat this. I never just and just drip juice in there, hoping that the juice will feed down into the reservoir, because it just doesn't work. It doesn't work that way with this device. Now, if you want to just paint the juice on there the way that I've been doing it, is just pulling the top cap off, painting her on there, popping the top cap back on there, and I've been good to go. No leaking, no gurgle. I mean, it's just been fantastic. At the base of this device, you get your smooth 510 threads, protruding gold-plated 510 pin, and it also says at the base, MEDUSA in black, designed by GeekVape. Also on the outside at the base, you have your MEDUSA-like engravings, and it says MEDUSA engraved on the side. Hey Rip, where can I get one of these things, and how much is it going to be? Well, I'll post links down in the description to where you can buy this thing, and the sites that I'm going to post down in the description are selling it anywhere between 30 and 40 bucks. Now on to the big question, the big answer of the day. Hey Rip, if you lost this bad boy today, would you go out tomorrow and buy one? And the answer is I freaking would, absolutely. I think this is probably one of GeekVape's best products to date. This for a velocity style RDTA is the best out there. It's the best, in my opinion. Abso-freaking-lutely, in a heartbeat, I would buy this. Oh, don't you leave yet. I got a giveaway. That's right. I'm giving away one of these MEDUSAs. I got a brand new one to give away to you guys. Oh yeah, and in order to participate, you don't have to go to my Instagram. You don't have to go to my Facebook. You can stay right here. That's right. Yee-hee. First of all, you got to be a loyal YouTube follower of mine to participate in this giveaway. And two, comment down in the comments section either your Facebook, your Instagram, or your Gmail or email. It doesn't matter. One of those three will work. And what I'm going to do within the next few days is I'm going to contact one of you lucky random winners, get your mail mailing address and get this bad boy out to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, if you found it entertaining, helpful, well then like the video down below. And if you want to see more of me, subscribe for more. This is Rip Trippers, and remember, smoking is dead, vaping is the future, and the future is now.